Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvisavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now rub your palms. Put those palms on your facial muscles. Feel the warmth and open your eyes with a smile. So, welcome everyone. Today we are going to learn about human anatomy and physiology according to our UGC NET JRF syllabus. So, the very basic structural and functional unit of human anatomy or animal anatomy and physiology is, we all know, cell. Miss Aarti is raising her hand. Is there any issue, Miss Aarti? Okay. If she is not responding, then I think she don't have any issue. Just maybe it may be a mistake only. So, pranam everyone and welcome you all in this first English medium batch of MDYA is going to start, and the main subject of this class is human anatomy and physiology, and today we are going to study about our basic structural and functional unit of human anatomy, that is cell. So I am presenting now. Pranam. Okay. So I am presenting now my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
now it is a bit. Yanchi.
Okay. So okay. Actually, I'm sorry for some limitations. I don't have a laptop just right now with me, so I have to present with my phone only. So you have to manage a little. So this is the slide. I think you can see,
मैम
right?
मैम
Yes,
फोन को थोड़ा रोटेट कर देंगे तो ये बड़ी स्क्रीन
बट ये कुछ ठीक सा नहीं हो रहा रोटेट करने से। ऐसा आप लोगों को दिख रहा है रोटेट करने से?
हाँ
No,
रोटेट
it's
करने
how-
से नीचे थोड़ा जा रहा है।
हाँ वही
it's a half of the picture.
वही प्रॉब्लम।
मैम आप zoom कर लीजिए।
आप
हाँ, you can. Yes, perfect, ma'am.
Okay, so we can start now. So the basic functional and structural unit of human physiology is a small cell. So it may vary in shape, size, or its structure and functions. So if I go to the origin or root word of cell, then it comes from Latin word cella, which means small room. And it was discovered by great scientist Robert Hooke in 1665. And there are almost approx or more than 200 types of cells are there in human body. Okay, so these are the basic informative lines about cell. You have to remember as it information. So the basic structural and functional unit of organism is cell. It may vary in shape, size, structure, function. The root word of cell is Cella, which means a small room, and it came from Latin word and was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. And approx 200 types of cells are there in human body. These are some informations. The most important information in this slide is who invented and in which year. Great scientist Robert Hooke invented cell in 1665. Okay, and here I have put a very basic structure of cell that contains cell membrane, nucleus, and some of its organelles. Now we will go for further details. This is a complex structure of cell. So if we divide the cell according to its membrane foundation, then it is of two kinds. First, prokaryotic, generally unicellular, and eukaryotic, generally multicellular. Are you guys getting me? Means I am properly audible and you are properly
Yes, ma'am.
understanding my voice?
Perfect.
Okay. So in the middle of the class, I will put some questions to you, and you will have to answer it. So the class will be interactive. Okay. So now we are proceeding. So the first was prokaryotic. So on the basis of what? On the basis of membrane foundation, cell are divided into prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So what are prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic is the cell organelles inside the cell. Means inside the cell there are so many organelles, like we can see here: mitochondria, nucleus, Golgi body, lysosome, peroxisome, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum. These are organelles found inside the cell. So if these organelles are bounded by membrane, I think you all can understand my English. I'm talking in very lucid language. So if any of you can feel any hesitation, then please inform me. Okay. So we're discussing here about prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cells do not have membrane bounded nucleus or organelles. On the other hand, eukaryotic cells have a membrane bounded nucleus and other organelles. This is the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic, and it's very important to remember. On the question point of view, it is very important to remember what is prokaryotic and what is eukaryotic. So now, can any of you answer me the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic?
It's a cell membrane.
No, it's not cell membrane. It's
Basically, the
membrane
cell
bound.
membrane, which is in the organelles. The cell
Yeah.
membrane means the membrane which is covered the organelles. In eukaryotic, the organelles do covered with the membrane, but in eukaryotic, there is no cover. It's just floating in the cytoplasm.
Very good. Who are you? I want to know you. Please.
Ma'am, my name must be there. UGC Yogi Parika.
Okay, very good.
Okay, ma'am.
And there are some more informations about prokaryotic and eukaryotic. This was the main difference. Now, generally prokaryotic and unicellular. Unicellular means one organism consists of one cell only. One organism consists of one cell only. Means like amoeba, paramecium, bacteria. You can see here I have put some pictures. So these are the organisms which have only one cell in their whole body. So these are unicellular organisms. So prokaryotic cells are generally found in unicellular organisms. But eukaryotic cells are generally found in multicellular organisms. Multicellular means organisms containing more than one cell, like humans, animals, plants. We have millions, billions, trillions of cells inside us. Okay, next. Structure of cell. Mainly, the cell is categorized into three parts: plasma membrane or cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus.
And
Okay.
please show me the last slide, please. Hello.
Please repeat what you are asking for.
Ma'am,
Was
I'm
anyone?
sorry. Ma'am, I'm asking for the last slide, please. Last
Yes.
slide. Just. la- हाँ जी.
Are you
Thank you so much.
are you worrying about these slides, or if you are going to get it or not? Don't worry,
No, no,
it
no,
will
ma'am.
be shared on your group.
No, ma'am. It's not about the sharing. It's about just I was reading. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Now we are proceeding to the structure of cell. So main three parts are there of a cell. First one is plasma membrane or cell membrane. Second is cytoplasm. Third and most important is nucleus. So we will have a detailed discussion on these three. First, plasma membrane or cell membrane. So plasma membrane or cell membrane is the outermost cover of a cell. Just like if we have any building, any institute, or any home, we have a boundary wall. Just imagine your school. Your school had a boundary wall. Just like that, our cell has the outermost cover of the cell is plasma membrane or cell membrane, and it defines the border of the cell. Means it defines from where the cell is starting, and it is semi-permeable. Semi-permeable means it allowed to pass some particular things only. Everything can't pass throughout the cell. Some particular needy things only can pass in or out of the cell. And it is double layered, means bilayer. The bilayer is made up of phospholipid, phosphorus and lipid. These are some extra information I'm talking about. You can write it down, note it down, or if you don't feel that it's not necessary for you, then you may skip. I was talking about the cell membrane, and it is double layer, means bilayered. Bi means two. You can see in the picture there are two layers from top and from below. From the top you can see round balls are there, and from in the bottom also you can see round balls are there. So these are the phospholipid bilayer, and in between these you can see some channels are there of pink color. These pink colors are channels. They transport protein. They transport carbohydrate. Means for different minerals, for different components of nutrition, different channels are there in each and every cell. For different components or different nutritious component, different channels are there. So you can see here pink colored channels are there transport channels. So you can see this phospholipid bilayer. So this phospholipid bilayer means these two layers are made up of phosphorus and lipid. Till now, is it crystal clear? Do you have any doubt? You can ask.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute. So, Anita Singh, ma'am, can you please answer me? What are those bilayer made up of? Anita Singh, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please answer me. What are those bilayer of cell membrane made up of?
Plasma membrane.
Yeah, that plasma membrane is made up of two components.
Phospholipids and proteins.
No, it was not protein. It was phosphorus and lipid. Are you guys getting me? What I'm trying to understand, make you understand? Yeah,
Yes,
it is
ma'am.
phospholipid bilayer means the layer is made up of two components. First one is phosphorus. Second one is lipid.
Lipid.
And means each layer containing phosphorus and lipid. And there is two layers. I'm very sorry for the noise. Each layer containing phosphorus and lipid two components, and the layer containing the membrane containing two layers. Means how can I make you understand? Just imagine that you are four siblings are there in a home. Four siblings are there, and they are forming a group, and that group is cell membrane. Okay, so the group is of two levels. Means how can I make you understand? Do you understand, Miss Anita, what I am talking about? That each layer is containing phosphorus and lipid, both components, but the membrane is containing two layers. Rajdeep Pal, can you please unmute yourself? Yeah. What are the three main categories of a cell? Can you please answer me? Rajdeep Pal. Rajdeep. Your
Hello.
voice. Yeah.
There are three components. One is nucleus, one is cytoplasm, and another is cell membrane.
Very good. Thanks. So we will proceed. These are the three categories of a cell, and we are proceeding to plasma membrane. And the plasma membrane is the outermost cover of cell, and it is bilayer, phospholipid bilayer, means there are two layers of a cell membrane, and each layer is containing phosphorus and lipid and proteins. Yeah, proteins also. I forgot it. And there are some transport channels which transport some particular components only. That's why it is called semi-permeable. Everything in everything can't pass in or out of the cell. Some certain components can only pass out or into the cell. That's why it is semi-permeable. And it is bilayer because there are two layers, and each layer is made up of phosphorus and lipids and proteins. Okay.
मैम फिर से ये छोटा हो गया है, आप फोन को थोड़ा घुमा लीजिए.
Yeah. ये हो नहीं रहा.
आप स्क्रीन जूम भी कर सकते हैं, आप अपने खुद से भी, तो भी स्क्रीन हो जाएगी जूम.
रोटेट नहीं हो रहा. आई थिंक यू हैव टू मैनेज इट. ये रोटेट नहीं हो रहा. हो गया. Yeah. So we will proceed. That is, now we will go further for the functions of cell membrane. First and foremost function of cell membrane is protection, which controls entry and exit of materials. Means gatekeeper. We have understood it earlier only that some certain materials can only proceed in and out because it is mechanized, it is already processed in that way only. So the first and foremost function of cell membrane is protection. Just like our skin protects us from the outside disturbances to the body. Just like that only, cell membrane also protects the cell, and it controls entry and exit of materials, just like gatekeeper. You can see some gates, means some transport channels are there. You can see here like these balls and their tails. Okay, this there are two layers. Every layer containing one ball and two tails. These balls and tails are phosphorus and lipid. Now is it clear for you all? This one round ball and two tail are there, and two layers are there of each. This is a detailed structure of cell membrane. Now we will proceed to cytoplasm. Cytoplasm was the second most important part of cell, and it is present between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. Means it is present inside the cell between the cell membrane and nucleus. So nucleus do not comes under cytoplasm or cytosol. So is it clear what is cytoplasm and what is cell membrane and what is nucleus? You can see here a clear picture of a cell. You can see here, this is a cell and the black outline is cell membrane and the green colored rounded shape is nucleus. And all these are cell organelles, and inside the cell, these cell organelles are floating in a fluid or jelly-like structure, that is cytoplasm or cytosol. So, it is present between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. So, what is cytoplasm called? Cytoplasm equal to cytosol plus variety of organelles. Means, inside the cell, the organelles are floating in jelly-like structure. A jelly-like semi-liquid is present inside the cell, and these organelles like mitochondria, Golgi body, or these lysosome, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, all these organelles are floating in the jelly-like structure of cell. So that jelly-like structure is cytosol, and if cytosol is added with these organelles, then means cytosol plus this organelles is known as cytoplasm. Only jelly-like structure is known as cytosol. Are you guys getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So a viscous, colorless, watery material is cytosol. Means the watery, viscous. Viscous means somewhat dense, not like as we know water. Water is very liquidous. It is very thin, some thicky structure, just like honey. Honey is not like water. The fluidity of honey is viscous. Honey is some dense. Honey is somewhat thick than water. So honey is viscous. Water is not viscous. So this cytosol is also viscous, dense, not just like water. It is somewhat denser than water, and it is colorless, and it contains a large percentage of water, inorganic ions, organic compounds, and organelles. So what it contains? Water plus inorganic ions and some organic compounds and organelles. Means cytoplasm contains organelles. When we talk about cytoplasm, it means that jelly-like structure is known as cytosol plus cell organelles. Means cytoplasm is equal to cytosol plus cell organelles. And cytosol means the only jelly-like structure of the cell in which organelles are floating. Now, what are those organelles which are floating on that cytosol? Organelles are mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, or Golgi body. Both are same. Golgi body or Golgi apparatus, both are right. And ribosome, lysosome, centrosome. These six are the main or important cell organelles. So, at first we will discuss about mitochondria. Mitochondria is oval or rod-shaped structure. It may vary in number. Means number of mitochondria in a particular cell can vary according to the location of cell. Like you will understand this. The function of mitochondria is to provide energy. So it is known as powerhouse of the cell or energy factory of the cell. Just like we have kitchen in our home. Every home has a kitchen because we need food every day. So food is prepared in the kitchen. Just like that only, every cell has mitochondria, but it may vary in number for the function. Means if one cell is functioning more than other cells, then the cell may have more numbers of mitochondria. Just like you can understand by the example of heart cells, means cardiac cells. Cardiac cells or heart cells having much more mitochondria than another muscle cells, because our heart has to function each and every second from our birth to death. Our heart never rests. Our cardiac muscles never take rest. So they have to perform or they have to function rapidly. They have to continuously function. So they are having more number of mitochondria in compared to other regions of our body. So it may vary in number according to the function or location of the cell. So the main function of mitochondria is to break down food molecules to produce energy. That is why it is known as powerhouse of the cell or energy factory. And we all know that energy in our body is present in the form of adenosine triphosphate, ATP. The more numbers of ATP present in our body, the more energetic we will be. Okay, so the main function of mitochondria is to break down the food molecules we consume, just like we consume rice or chapati or vegetables, any type of food we consume. The consumed food molecules are break down here and it is converted and consumed in the form of ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. That is why mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell or energy factory of the cell or kitchen of the cell. It is most important question about mitochondria. It's very important question in the question point of view in UGC NET GRF. You can see here the structure of mitochondria. It has some outer membrane. It has matrix, inner membrane also. It has outer membrane, inner membrane, and matrix. So we'll proceed to next. Next one is endoplasmic reticulum. So what is endoplasmic reticulum? Network of membranous fluid filled tubules. Means just you can see in the picture, it is present just beside nucleus, or it may be present just around the cell membrane too. So our nucleus produce some particles of protein known as ribosome. So these ribosomes are very small particles of protein. So our nucleus produces very small particles of protein known as ribosome. So the endoplasmic reticulum present beside nucleus having ribosome in their body. So the endoplasmic reticulum present beside the nucleus having ribosome in their body. That is why these endoplasmic reticulum is known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. And those endoplasmic reticulum which are away from nucleus, they don't have ribosome in their body. That is why they are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And these endoplasmic reticulum are fluid-filled tubules. You can see here in the picture, they are present in the form of tubules. And these tubules are filled with some particular type of fluid. And they are connected to each other just like a network. So, the main types of endoplasmic reticulum are two. First one is rough endoplasmic reticulum, which they contain ribosome in their body and they are beside nucleus. Just beside nucleus, rough endoplasmic reticulum present, they contain ribosome in their body. And what is their function? The synthesis protein. So, rough endoplasmic reticulum, synthesis protein. But smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not contain ribosome in their body. They are smooth and they synthesis lipid. And their functions are more than rough endoplasmic reticulum. What are those? Detoxification. What do you mean by detoxification? Can anyone answer me? Are you guys listening?
Remove all the toxic material from our body.
Very good, very good. So, detoxification means removing toxins. Toxins means impurities. So, smooth endoplasmic reticulum also remove toxins from the cell. And they synthesize steroid hormone. Steroid is a type of hormone secreted by our body. So, synthesis of steroid hormones are also done by smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Now I'm going to questions. Swapnil Sahare. Can you please unmute yourself? Swapnil Sahare. Are you listening me? Are you there in the class? Okay, I think Swapnil is not here. So, Mitakshi Mohanty. Are you here in the class? Yeah. Can you please answer me? What are the main two types of endoplasmic reticulum? What about Mitakshi? I think Mitakshi is not also responding.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, am I permitted to say one word, please?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yeah, actually, we are observing the class. It is very tough to reply without the help of any material, like, because first time, though we are not acquainted with that much anatomy, that may be the reason that few may not be in a position to answer. It's my
So-
humble statement. Don't mistake. Because we are listening, you are taking it very nice. But we need the support of the material, or we need to study it for some time, no, madam.
Okay. We will provide you the material.
No, I am not telling in that sense, madam. For immediate, why they were not in a position to reply, I am telling you the reason.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking very, very basic questions. If you're listening in the class, You can easily answer. Please be aware. I am asking very basic questions. What are the main two types of endoplasmic reticulum? This is smooth and rough. That's only. So please be aware in the class. Just listen me. You can answer my questions. Just listen me and watch the slides. You can answer all my questions. I'm asking very basic questions. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. Be sincere. Be aware. We'll go well. Okay. So, should I repeat once more what are endoplasmic reticulums? Or you guys got it?
Ma'am, it is clear. It's clear. What you taught is very clear.
Okay. So, I'm not asking today about it. I'll ask in the next class. Please be prepared. So, next is Golgi apparatus or Golgi apparatus. Everything is right. Also known as Golgi body or Golgi complex. Complex of vesicles and folded membranes. You can see here clear in the picture. It is just like these only. It is a structure of complex vesicles or folded membranes. It is near the nucleus. Golgi apparatus is also found near the nucleus, and the functions of Golgi apparatus is stores and modifies proteins. It stores proteins and modifies proteins. Prepare protein for transport to other parts of the cell. Means it prepares the protein for the transportation of protein to other parts of the cell. Means every part of the cell needs protein. So, Golgi apparatus stores protein, modifies protein, and prepares protein for transport to other parts of the cell. Formation of liposomes are also done here. So, formations of what? Liposome is also done here. So, what are the functions of Golgi apparatus? It stores protein, it modifies protein, and prepares protein for transport to other parts of the cell. And one more function is formation of liposome. Now, ribosome. I have mentioned earlier too about ribosomes. What are ribosomes? Ribosomes are small granules composed of protein and RNA. Ribonucleic acid. What are ribosomes? Ribosomes are small granules, very small granules. You can see here in the picture, this rounded small granules are ribosome. These are produced by nucleus. So, it is composed of protein and RNA. These ribosomes are composed of protein and RNA. RNA means ribonucleic acid. It's a type of acid. Or ribonucleoprotein means ribosomes are composed of ribonucleoprotein means RNA plus protein. Please anyone answer me. What are these ribosomes composed of?
It's protein and
Protein
RNA.
and RNA.
Protein and RNA.
RNA, riboflavin.
Huh.
Ribonucleic protein.
So these ribosomes having their types also. Free ribosome means ribosomes are produced by nucleus, but all ribosomes are not attached to endoplasmic reticulum. Earlier we have seen that endoplasmic reticulum are rough and smooth. Rough endoplasmic reticulum having ribosome in their body, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not contain ribosome in their body. So ribosomes, those which are attached to endoplasmic reticulum, they are bounded ribosome. But some ribosomes are moving free in the cell. They are not attached to any of the organelles. They are floating in the cytoplasm just like other organelles. Just like mitochondria is floating, just like lysosome is floating, just like that only, some ribosomes are floating free in the cytoplasm. Those are free ribosomes. But some ribosomes are attached to endoplasmic reticulum. So please anyone answer me, which endoplasmic reticulum is having ribosome in their body?
Rough endoplasmic reticulum.
Very
Rough
good, very good. Rough endoplasmic reticulum containing ribosome in their body. And what are those ribosomes? They are small granules of protein and RNA. Some ribosomes floating free in the cytoplasm. Some ribosomes are attached to endoplasmic reticulum, that is rough. So, what are the functions of ribosome? Site of protein synthesis, means they synthesis protein. We have already discussed that they are composed of protein and RNA. So it's obvious they will synthesis protein only. So they are known as protein factory of the cell. So protein factory of the cell is ribosome. And what was the energy factory of the cell? Can anyone answer me? Yeah, please repeat.
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria.
Very good. Mitochondria was the energy factory or powerhouse of the cell. And what is the protein factory of the cell?
Ribosome.
Yeah. And where these proteins are stored in the cell?
Golgi apparatus.
In Golgi
Very,
apparatus.
very good. Golgi apparatus.
Golgi
stored
apparatus.
these proteins. Very good. So now we will proceed to lysosome. This is another organelle of the cell. This is a membrane-bound cell organelle, and its shape is round or oval. You can see in the picture. It is round or oval shaped, very small in structure. Certain variety of enzymes that function as intracellular digestive system, means the digestion is done in the lysosome, just like our digestive system digests our food, what we eat. Just imagine we are eating our food, roti, dal, chawal, sabzi. We are eating those food, and it's going to our stomach. It is broken down there, and it's going through the digestive juices, and it is going to small intestine, and in small intestine it is assimilated and absorbed, and the rest of the material which are not getting absorbed in our body, they are getting refreshed, they are getting out of the body by our excretory system. So this part of the cell is done by lysosome. So they digest the they digest the unwanted materials too, and they excrete the unwanted materials. So lysosomes are membrane bound cell organelle. They are round or oval shaped small structure. They contain variety of enzymes that functions as intracellular digestive system. Like if any unwanted particle is there in the cell, then this lysosome will clean that thing by digesting it. Are you guys getting that? If just imagine some unwanted material is there in the cell, so lysosome will digest it and it will keep the cell clean. So it digests unusual materials within the cell, and also known as digestive apparatus, cell digestive machine. But some this lysosome is also having a limitation. This is a very good thing about lysosome, that if something unusual, if something unwanted material is present in the cell, then this lysosome will digest that thing and it will clean the cell. But sometimes it digests some needy part of the cell too. That is why cell death is also caused by this lysosome. Means sometimes it destruction of dead cell organelles, means just imagine that some of ribosomes are dead, or some of centrosomes are dead. So this lysosome will digest that ribosome or centrosome, and it will keep the cell clean. But sometimes it digests itself. Just like you can imagine that a person is there in a building which keeps the building safe from unwanted things, unwanted or poisonous animals. But sometimes that person is killing himself or herself only. Means lysosome keep the cell clean by digestive unwanted materials. But sometimes lysosome digest itself. Means sometimes lysosome kills itself. So it is also known as suicidal bag of cells. Very important. Please note down. Lysosome sometimes kills itself. That is why it is also known as suicidal bag of cell. It's mentioned here, known as the suicidal bag or autolysis of cell, because they release different kind of enzymes that cause death of cell. It releases some special kind of enzymes that may also cause death of the cell. And a process known as phagocytosis is done by lysosome. What is phagocytosis? Lysosomes in white blood cell contain enzymes that digest foreign material such as microorganisms. Just imagine, okay, we all know that our white blood cells are part of our defense mechanism. Do you all know that our white blood cells?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Our white blood cells are our border security or Z plus security of our body. Means when any of the unwanted or foreign particles attack our body, then our white blood cells are the only army or defense mechanism of our body. They protect us from foreign attack or unwanted attack. So in white blood cells, lysosomes contain enzyme that digest foreign material such as microorganisms. So just imagine some microorganisms like viral fever. If in your society viral fever is spreading too much, So that virus is entered on your body too. But your white blood cells and your white blood cells are getting activated. And which part of your white blood cell is getting activated? Lysosomes of your white blood cell is getting activated, and these lysosomes will release some special kind of enzyme, and those enzymes will kill that foreign material or that foreign virus, and you will not be affected by viral fever. You will defense yourself. Your white blood cells, your lysosomes of your white blood cells will defend you from the foreign virus, and you will be not affected by viral fever. This is the mechanism of phagocytosis. Means the virus coming from outside of your body will get digested by the enzyme produced by lysosomes. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are proceeding to centrosome. Centrosomes are rod-shaped organelles. They are like, we all have seen straw. These are just like straw only. Very small straw-shaped structure. And these are present in the group of 3. You can see here in the picture clearly. They are present in the group of 3. And these 3 are means each bundle of centrosome are containing 9 plates. Means every plate is containing 3 straws of centrosome. So these plates, every plate is containing 3 centrosomes, and one bundle containing 9 plates. Is it clear? Every plate is containing 3 centrosomes, and in a bundle there are 9 plates. So how many centrosomes are there in a bundle? Please,
27, ma'am. 27,
yes,
ma'am.
3.
27.
20. Very good. 27
Yeah.
centrosomes are present in each bundle. Each plate containing 3 centrosomes, and every bundle of centrosome containing 9 plates. So 27 centrosomes are present in a bundle of centrosome. So it consists of a pair of centrioles. Centriole is small, hollow cylindrical organelle. Means each straw-like structure is called as centrioles, and the bundle is known as centrosome. Okay, each straw-like structure is known as centrioles, and the bundle is known as centrosome. So there are 27 centrioles in a centrosome. Is it clear? It is 27 centrioles are present in a centrosome. Each plates or each groups are known as triplets. Triplets means containing 3 centrioles. 3 centrioles are containing here. That is why each plate is known as triplet. It is. So these centrosomes are located near nucleus. So we will go for the function of centrosome. Function of centrosome is its role is in cellular reproduction. Means we can say when cell divides, when cell division takes place, then the centrosomes are the main part of cell which is in role for the cell division. Facilitate the movement of chromosomes during cell division. Means you can say these are the skeletal of cell. The structure of cell is made by these centrosomes only. As like we are having skeleton. We all know we are having bones and skeleton, and these bones are united by a skeletal system of our body. That's like that only. Our cell is having centrosomes. So our centrosomes are the skeletons of cell. So the main function of centrosome is cellular reproductions. Means the main function of centrosomes are in cell division. They help or facilitate the movement of chromosomes during cell division. Now, the most important part of cell is nucleus. Nucleus is the most important part of cell. Just like we are having brain in our body, without brain we cannot survive. Our whole body is controlled by our brain. As our brain administers us, as our brain command the body reply as it is. Means when our brain commands for some food, then we feel hungry. When our brain commands for rest, then we feel sleepy. So our brain controls our whole body. That's like that only. Nucleus control the whole cell. That is why nucleus is also known as brain of the cell. Okay. So nucleus is known as brain of the cell. So we will go for the structure of the nucleus. It is oval-shaped structure, mostly founded in the center of the cell. Generally, nucleus is located in the center of the cell. Contains genetic materials of cell. Means DNA. We all know DNA. What is DNA? DNA contains genetic material of cell. Means we get some characteristics of our parents from our father, from our mother. We get some qualities of our father and mother, grandfather, grandmother. So this genetic material or these qualities are present in the form of DNA, and these DNA are present in nucleus. So here the full form of DNA is also mentioned. Deoxyribonucleic acid is the full form of DNA. Contains genetic materials. Means DNA is present in the nucleus. So it is genetic control center of cell. Most cells are mononucleated, some cells are multinucleated, some cells are anucleated. Means there are variations in the cell. Some cells are having only one nucleus. Some cells may have more than one nucleus, like 2 or more than one, means 2 or 3, not more than that. So some cells having only one, some cells having 2 or 3, but some cells may also not have nucleus. So they are called anucleated. So some cells are mononucleated, some cells are multinucleated, some cells are anucleated. So example of multinucleated cell are skeletal muscles. Example of anucleated cells are red blood cells and platelets. So what are the components of nucleus? Components of nucleus are almost similar like a cell. It is also having a membrane known as nuclear envelope. Envelope means cover. So, I'm sorry for the outside noise. Yeah. Nuclear membrane is present also for covering the nucleus. And just like cytoplasm inside the nucleus, nucleoplasm is also there, jelly-like structure. Just like cell is having a nucleus in the center of cell, just like that only, a nucleus is also having nucleus. Very sorry for the noise. Yeah. Just like a cell is having nucleus in the middle of the cell, like that only, nucleus is also having nucleolus in the middle of the cell. And it is having a cover known as nuclear envelope and nucleoplasm, just like cytoplasm, and containing chromatin. Chromatin we will going to discuss in detail, somewhat detail. So let's proceed. So nuclear membrane. The outermost component of nucleus is nuclear membrane. It defines the border of nucleus. Just like cell, we have seen in case of cell membrane, it defines the border of cell. So nuclear membrane also defines the border of nucleus. Also known as nuclear envelope, made up of double phospholipid membrane. Just like cell membrane, it is also a bilayer of phospholipid membrane. And just like cell membrane, it also separates the nuclear material from cytoplasm. As the nucleus is floating in the cytoplasm, so nuclear membrane obviously separate the cytoplasm and nucleus. Means it separates the nucleoplasm and cytoplasm. Okay? Are you guys getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If anybody is having any kind of doubt during the class, please ask in the middle of the class. I will stop my flow and make you understand, make your concept clear. So if anybody is getting any confusion, any doubt, or any type of incomplete information, then please don't hesitate to ask. I will make sure you are getting understand. So nuclear membrane is the separation between cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. I think you have understood what is cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Cytoplasm is the jelly-like structure inside cell, and nucleoplasm is the jelly-like structure inside nucleus. Nucleus is present in the middle of the cell, in the center of the cell, and it is controlling the whole cell. It is the brain of the cell. And a structure of nucleus is somewhat similar of cell. Just a cell is having cell membrane, just like that only nucleus is also having nuclear membrane. Just like cell is having cytoplasm, that like that only nucleus is also having nucleoplasm. Just like cell is having nucleus in the center of the cell, that like that only nucleus is also having nucleolus in the middle of the nucleus, and nucleus containing genetic material in the form of DNA. Nuclear membrane has pores that control the flow of material going in and out of the nucleus. Just like cell membrane, we have studied earlier that it allows some particular materials only to in and out of the cell. So it is known as semi-permeable. Like that only, nuclear membrane also allows the flow of some particular material going in and out of the nucleus. Nuclear membrane protect the nucleus. It's very obvious, it is the membrane of nucleus. So membrane will always protect the inner part of that. So this is a detailed structure of nucleus. You can see here the outer part, this outer blue structure having a gap in between them is nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane. And why they are having gap in between them? Because they have to allow some certain materials to go in and out of the nucleus, like ribosomes. We have just studied earlier that ribosomes are produced in nucleus, and they are, what are ribosomes? Which factory? Please answer me.
Protein.
Protein. Protein.
Protein. Very
Protein.
good.
Modified protein.
Ribosomes are protein factory and they are produced by nucleus. Just imagine nucleus is producing ribosomes and they are released by this gap between a nuclear envelope. Okay, that is why these pores or nuclear pore or nuclear gap is present in the nuclear membrane to allow some particular things only to go in and out of nucleus. And this thread-like structure you can see here is chromatin. You can see the thread-like structure in the nucleus. These are very complicated structure. They are chromatin. Chromatin means they are carrying genetic material. Genetic material means DNA, which carry our special qualities from parents. And in the middle of the nucleus, there is a dense rounded structure known as nucleolus. Okay, this is a detailed, clear structure of a nucleus. In the middle of this nucleus, there is a dense, rounded or oval-shaped structure known as nucleolus. So, we will proceed to nucleoplasm. A viscous watery material, just like cytoplasm, it is also viscous, means somewhat denser than water. It's not just like water, it is thicky or sticky. It is dense than water. So, nucleoplasm is a type of protoplasm that is made up of mostly of water, inorganic ions, and various organic molecules. We have also studied like this only in case of cytoplasm. Protoplasm means cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm. Means when we are talking about protoplasm, then it is cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm. We have understood what cytoplasm is and what nucleoplasm is. So, nucleoplasm plus cytoplasm is known as protoplasm. And its functions. What are the functions of nucleoplasm? Supporting the chromatin material and nucleolus. So the chromatin material and nucleolus is floating in the nucleoplasm, just like in the cell. The nucleus and all other organelles are floating in cytoplasm. Like that only, chromatin material and nucleolus are floating in the middle of nucleoplasm. and it provides rigidity to the nucleus. Obviously, it is not just like water, it is viscous, it is thick, it is dense, so it provides rigidity to the nucleus. It is the site of synthesis of DNA, RNA, and ribosomes. It is the site of synthesis of DNA, RNA, and ribosomes. We have studied earlier that DNA, RNA, and ribosomes are produced in nucleus only. So in which part of nucleus these are produced? Please answer me. In which part of nucleus DNA, RNA, and ribosomes are produced? Are you guys listening me carefully?
Yes.
Rough ventricle.
Yes, please.
Rough ventricle. Rough.
I'm not getting your voice clearly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please answer. Please repeat yourself. I am asking in which part of cell DNA, RNA, and ribosomes are produced? I think you people are not listening carefully. Please listen carefully. We are studying now about nucleus, the brain of the cell, and the nucleus. Yes, please.
And I wanted to answer. It is the nucleus where the three of them are found: DNA, RNA, and the ribosomes. That is where they're created.
Yeah, it is the nucleus. But in which part of nucleus these things are synthesized? We are studying details.
Nucleoplasm.
In nucleoplasm.
Yeah, it is nucleoplasm in which DNA, RNA, and ribosomes are synthesized. We are studying about detailed structure of nucleus. Just like cell where at first we have categorized the cell into three parts. What are those three parts? Please repeat.
Cell membrane,
Mhm.
cytoplasm, and nucleus.
Very good. Just like that only, a cell is categorized into cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. A nucleus is also categorized into nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, and nucleolus. So now we are studying in this slide about nucleoplasm. Just like cell, a nucleolus is also bounded by a nuclear membrane. Just like cell, a nucleus is also having some amount of nucleoplasm. And just like cell, the center part of nucleus is also having a nucleolus. So we have studied earlier that nucleus produces DNA, RNA, and ribosome. So in cell, DNA, RNA, and ribosomes are synthesized in nucleoplasm only. Now, we will go for chromatin.
Ma'am, it's 7:30.
Yeah.
It's 7:30. Would you want to continue further?
Okay. Is it going too much? Okay.
Yeah, I think we should take a break because we have quite a bit of information to revise.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please remind me about the time. I'm sorry. I think it's enough for you for today. Okay. So, if anybody having any doubt, then please ask.
If you can share the slide deck, that will be helpful. Whatever you have taught today.
Yes, you will get all those slides.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry for the time. Please remind me when it's enough for you.